Hi guys, I'm Joe.
And I'm Viv.
And today we're gonna tell you the story of how we spent 2 hours at a clinic for a simple IUI treatment that was supposed to take just 5 short minutes.
So let's start at the beginning.
This is also a story of our successful IUI, so the one that we actually attempted
to have our baby.
And
that we succeeded.
Is now 5 months old. So
Yes.
this was around
more than a year ago.
Adding 9 months to 6 months.
Everything
Goes
okay?
Okay.
Again.
Where were we at?
We have a baby there. Okay.
So that treatment was 1 year and 3 months ago. In January.
No, 2 months. And 1 month. Almost 2 months. Okay, let's start again. Baby, let's start again.
Our treatment in January 2022. So if you watched our previous video, you will already know that we traveled to Denmark for our fertility treatment and we live in Poland. So we're gonna just continue the story from that moment. We arrived in Denmark on Monday morning, early in the morning, and in the last video we also shared that this ovulation was supposed to be around Tuesday, Wednesday, so the clinic was expecting us on Tuesday, Wednesday. So the first thing we did was calling the clinic in panic and being like, hello, could you have us instead in like right now?
2 hours? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay. And they said yes, because they are super nice. So
they were very nice and they booked us for 11 a.m. and this was around what, 9?
8, I think.
8, 9
that we landed.
when we arrived to Copenhagen. So yeah, and then we went to our treatment really. We just had time to leave our suitcases at our friend's place and we just went straight away for our treatment. And again, we were expecting this to be like a 5-10 minute treatment because obviously it's very simple. You just literally put the sperm in my uterus, so it's supposed to be really quick.
Yeah, we watched videos about it before and everyone was
like,
saying that you just
so
go
quick.
in, they just do it, and
bear in
that's
mind that one of the things that was like everyone was telling us, and it was in every article we read about how to, have a successful attempt,
how to prepare yourself for an IUI.
It was like the most important thing is to remain calm and to be relaxed while you're doing it. And I was really trying to be relaxed, and I am usually a very positive and chill person. So I wasn't even too nervous about it, even though the ovulation was so early on. Everything was okay.
I was too nervous about it.
Joe was nervous, but that's normal. But I was trying to really be relaxed. But yeah, we went to the clinic, and the lady we were doing paperwork and all that, and the lady said again, this is very simple. Joe, you can do this. You can press. You can have a small part in the treatment.
Yeah, they had this catheter or with a syringe. So she said I could press it
and involve everyone kinda.
Yeah, so simple that
simple, so easy, so effortless.
And the room was also so nice, so homey. It was a very nice, calm environment.
I was feeling quite good. I was feeling relaxed. So yeah, we just started it, and the lady started and she was doing this face something was wrong. That's what I felt, that something was wrong.
Yeah, she began and it already took a minute or so, and she was just down there doing her thing, but she did look
after 5 minutes
concerned.
She had the look in her face, and for me that was concerning. And I was thinking all the things. Really, am I normal? Do I have some deformity that the things are not there? I don't know. I've done tests before and and ultrasound and scans, but I never had a very like comprehensive like medical testing about my ovaries and uterus and everything. So I didn't know if I didn't know what was happening, and the lady kept saying, no, everything is okay, I just need a little bit more because I'm
finding my way,
and I'm like, okay,
is this like a very complex
there's
way?
Only one way.
Yeah, we are not medical professionals.
So it's like, I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I mean, I think I've dated around, and I think there's only one way there. So yeah. Anyway,
it was like 10 or 15 minutes she was
She was trying, and I'm like, at this point I was like, is there something wrong with me? Like, is there something wrong with me?
Yeah, we were getting a little bit concerned, and then she called in another doctor.
She was like, oh, you don't mind? And I was like, no, of course.
She was like, oh, maybe, a fresh pair of eyes, fresh pair of hands will be better if I can do it. Maybe someone else can try, maybe it will be easier. So out of a sudden we had 2 doctors in there, and
imagine I was like, my legs apart, 2 people looking, and I was like, is there something
finding
wrong?
their way to the uterus,
finding their way, and another, I don't know, half an hour passed by, they couldn't find
I don't
their
think
way.
that was half an hour that passed.
Was how long?
Like maybe 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
It feels long, but
it felt very long.
I don't think it was half an hour.
It felt very long, but they were like trying, and it was like getting a little bit uncomfortable, I'm not gonna lie. It was like hurting a little bit, and then I think at some point she took me to another room with this room had an ultrasound, so she said that she could see from outside.
She could see the way.
Yeah, she could see the way, and she could see from the ultrasound, and perhaps would help her. So we've done that, and she couldn't do it anyway. So yeah, I think she said that my passage, like my canal, I guess, was a little bit curved or something like that, and the needle or this catheter wasn't going through. So yeah, and then I think at this point she was going to call another doctor, but they decided to just wait a little bit more, and they asked me to drink a lot of water, like a bunch of water.
We never heard this,
but
never. Apparently if your bladder is full, it's way easier for them to do an IUI.
It pushes something muscles down and makes the
way to the
uterus like straightforward. I don't know. She said, let's try to give you a lot of water and wait a little bit, and let's see what happens. And so I spent there another hour, I think, at this point.
Drinking a lot of water.
Drinking a lot of water, and I was like, already I was so uncomfortable already. I really had to go to the toilet, and and then they called me again.
Yeah. I think it's also worth to mention that at that point we were both very stressed, because it was supposed to be simple and it wasn't working. We're like, okay, will they tell us that it's impossible, can't do it, and we have to
like water
come back
doesn't
to
work, what do we do, So yeah, I have to say that at this point I was a little bit concerned, because obviously we did all this, we traveled abroad, and I was already very, I was already thinking that all the stress would influence the outcome.
And if you've ever been to Denmark in January, it was absolutely freezing.
It was so freezing that I was like, okay, I'm not comfortable at all. Like, I'm freezing all the time. Now there's this stress. I don't know. It wasn't a good time at that moment. I really felt like things weren't going to. It wasn't
the way
like
they were supposed to.
It wasn't like a relaxed going in and doing it, and how some couples sometimes say that the transfers or or the IUIs are so easy and they go and everything is so relaxed and nice
Simple,
and well
quick.
and simple, and I didn't feel like that at all. So I was a little bit sad already. I kept looking at Joe and we had masks and I kept looking at her like, and she was looking at me with her little eyes and I could see that she was already stressed too.
I was pretending that I was not stressed at all. I wasn't doing a good job.
Anyway, fast forward, obviously it did work, and after the water...
Oh, wait, I think you're skipping a huge chunk of the story. They called you back in
Yeah,
that
they called
room
me
with
back.
a scan, and there was a whole set of new
whole
doctors.
setup, yeah, it wasn't new people.
We haven't seen those
Yeah.
doctors before, and it was again that they were using the USG to see the passage,
They
and
were using the ultrasound. And
Yeah.
it was a guy this time, because so far
this
it
was the
was
first.
only lady doctors doing it. So this time it was actually a doctor, a male doctor, and he was like so relaxed about it. He was like, let's make a baby.
Okay, I don't think he said that. He wasn't this relaxed
No,
about
I
it.
think he said something like that.
No.
Let's do this.
Yeah, but let's do this and make a baby. Are too
Okay, we are making a baby, so like...
I mean, if a male doctor looks at you and tells you, let's make a baby, that's a bit concerning.
He wasn't like weird at all. He was being very friendly. It was actually very
He
nice.
just seemed so calm about
But
it.
it
Like
was
we
just
were
so
like,
calm
we've
and,
been
like,
here for
so-
almost 2 hours and
Yeah.
now you come here and pretend it's gonna be so
He was
quick and
so
easy.
confident. He was like, oh, let's do this. It will be just few minutes, like, you know.
Not
And we
just
were like,
minutes,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a few seconds.
Yeah,
and
we
that's
were
it.
like, yeah, I mean, probably this will go on, and you know, and to our surprise, it literally was like
the
10
simplest,
seconds.
easiest
He just
thing.
was like,
It's done.
It's done. It was like that, like, you know, I don't know if it's irony, like it had to be a male doctor.
You know,
Doing-
we get a lot of like hateful comments
Yeah.
on our channels, and like 50% of them is
Yeah.
like, it still takes a man.
And we always joke, and we said, no, it actually took two
men. Our
two men
donor and our doctor.
because he was the one who succeeded doing it. So obviously this is a joke, because, you know, I mean, I'm not taking any talent out of this doctor. He did it, but I think this kind of having my bladder full really helped.
Yeah, we will never know if it was the
We will never
water
know
or
if
the doctor.
He's really talented at doing it. We don't know. What we know is that he succeeded in 10 seconds and it was done and we finally could breathe. And I was like, okay, I'm relaxed now. Also, at this point, I had to pee so bad. Like, I was like, I don't know. Oh, and I think after that I was meant to, I was meant to lay still there for like 15 minutes at least. And I was like, I don't know if I can do this because I really have to go to the toilet, but you know, I did it, and yeah, that was it.
We already made a video about the first symptoms that we felt after the IUI, so if you're also going through an
It
IUI
was very quick, by the way.
and you're in this, you know, terrible, excruciating 2-week wait, then maybe you can also check that out and
check that out. And you know, just so you know that this doesn't need to be so calm and relaxed for it to work out. At the end of the day, it will work out if it has to work out. And yeah, I was already so concerned that it wasn't going to work out because I wasn't relaxed or I wasn't calm enough or things didn't go like perfectly, and it was cold. And by the way, after like, I don't know, I think day after I felt sick. I think we both felt a little bit sick. The day after I was really thinking, okay, this won't work. We will need to do it again because like I don't know how this could work if everything is like didn't go like as we had it in our minds. But at the end of the day, it all went well, you know. Things did work, and we do have our beautiful baby who is now crying in the other room.
So yeah, on a positive note, even if things don't go perfectly according to plan, everything still can work out for the best.
Don't lose hope.
Stay positive.
Stay positive.
And have a magical day.
Have a magical day.